Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to properly apply stick foundation with a sponge. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist. And before you're applying any stick foundation, in other words cream foundation, make sure that your face is well prepped, which means that you're going to use a suitable moisturizer for your skin type and also skin needs, so that it's going to keep you moisturized also while you're applying the stick foundation and during the day, because this will also help you to smoothen your skin as well as give the stick foundation a little bit more of a slip, so that blending later on will be much easier. And then of course, optional, if you like to, you can also use a primer in between, like between the moisturizer and the stick foundation. Make sure that you're going to let it soak in a little bit into the skin before moving on. Now I have already moisturized and primed my face, so now I'm going directly moving on with the stick foundation. Now a stick foundation can be stiffer. Sometimes people tend to do it directly from the stick to the face, which is possible. It gives you a lot of coverage at once, but blending can be trickier. So instead, try to use the damp sponge, which means I've wet this one, squeezed it out so that it stays damp and it's a little bit softer, and take it directly from the stick foundation. This way you're going to use little by little, and you can also build up the coverage while you're going to apply it on your face, and you're already going to warm up and soften the stick foundation so that blending will be easier. And don't forget to start from the center of your face and then moving outwards. So I'm going to apply it by just starting dabbing it onto the face. And of course, this is something that you can build up if you need to, but start off with a little bit so that you will achieve an even coverage and also a light coverage at first, because once you have an even base done, then you also can use a little bit of coverage to certain areas where you feel the need that you need a little bit more. And just use dabbing motions while applying it with the sponge. And then from the inside, move towards the outside, so that you will have an even coverage and you're able to blend it towards the hairline, and you won't end up with a harsh line of a foundation to the hairline. So you really want to make sure that you're blending it evenly towards the hairline without having a strange line right here. Now the fantastic part about sponges like this, and also if you have the little triangle ones, they normally also have like a pointed end as well. And this is also what you can do if you want to get, for example, around the nose, so that you can also cover up a little bit of redness and you're getting into those areas where you normally can't reach it with a flat side. Which also means that you can now use the tip of the sponge, and you can also use it as concealer. Because you directly can use it under the eyes too. And then don't forget the dabbing motions. And then for the larger areas, you are going to use the wider part again. So now that I have an even base all over the face mainly, you can also use the tip of the sponge and focus now on those blemishes. You either can use the stick foundation for it to achieve a little bit more coverage to certain areas, so that you only have a little bit more coverage of cream foundation than on other ones. Like for example, like right here. To really cancel out the redness, and then use dabbing motions to blend it into the skin. But you could also go ahead and use a concealer if you like to. But normally the stick foundation, as it has such a strong coverage, if you, depending on how much you use, it also is already enough that there's no need to use a concealer for those areas. You can do basically everything with the stick foundation. And this is also a great way on how you can use a sponge to properly apply the stick foundation. It will take maybe a tiny bit longer as you would use it directly to the face, but blending will be much easier, as you can also decide how much coverage you want to get, and you're not going to have like stripes on your face and you won't be able to blend it properly, which is also sometimes the main problem if you're going to apply it like this. So I definitely would recommend you taking the product off the stick foundation and then blending it into the skin. Now, of course, if you are now moving on to any other powder products, don't forget to set your face with a little bit of face powder, as this is basically, the stick foundation is a cream foundation. And then once you have set the face and you're not going to use any other cream or liquid products beforehand, you can move on to blush, bronzer, your eye makeup, etc. to finish off the makeup. Now, this is also what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, that you find it helpful. I also can link you some videos right here on how you can finish off your makeup, and I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!